does your friend's loyalty test work? Nash said I should ask you directly. Isaiah was cutting into his $80 ribeye when he asked it. My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. What did you just say? My voice came out strangled. The test thing, where your friends sleep with me to see if I'm good enough for you. Everyone knows about it. The wine glass slipped from my fingers, red spreading across white tablecloth. He pulled out his phone, completely oblivious to my horror. It's literally all over this Discord channel. See? My hands were shaking so violently I could barely hold his phone. Your friend Becky started it. They sleep with their friends' boyfriends to test if they're good enough. The restaurant sounds became muffled, like being underwater. If he says no, he fails for being rude. If he says yes, they all take turns with him. They call it the loyalty score. That's insane, I whispered, gripping the table edge. Maybe it's a different Becky? My Becky held my hand through my dad's funeral. Jess drove me to chemo appointments when mom was dying. We'd all been friends for over 8 years. My voice cracked completely. You're telling me the women who held my hair back when I was sick were taking my boyfriends to bed? Isaiah scrolled further. My roommate Nash? He dated you last year specifically to complete the set. He showed everyone the texts. The room started spinning. He kept scrolling. Your ex before that has a group chat called Tess's Friends Bingo. Look, there it was. Screenshots of my exes comparing notes, rating my friends' performances, wondering if I was too stupid to notice or just into it. Someone wrote, the redhead Jess is worth dating Tess for 3 months. 3 months. Exactly how long Grayson dated me. My stomach heaved. I ran to the bathroom and threw up everything, including my trust in the world. I ran out of the restaurant, texting the other half of our friend group, Violet and Zoe. Can you come over? Becky and Jess did something horrible. They arrived at my apartment within 20 minutes, faces full of concern. Oh my god, what happened? Zoe pulled me into a hug. We're here for you. Violet rubbed my back while I sobbed out the story. I can't believe they would do this, Zoe gasped, her hand over her mouth. We had no idea. This is sick. Violet was pacing, looking furious. How long has this been going on? But when they made eye contact over my head, something flickered between them, just for a second. I started counting backwards on my fingers. 6 boyfriends, 2 situationships, 8 men total. My voice was hollow. Becky was there for every single breakup. She held me while I cried about each one. The revelation hit like a physical blow. She would analyze what went wrong while knowing she was what went wrong. Suddenly, everything made horrifying sense. Becky suggesting I wasn't ready for commitment after Nash left. Jess saying, he just wasn't that into you, babe, about Grayson. The group always too busy when I had boyfriends, but magically free during breakups. I grabbed my phone and started scrolling through Instagram with manic energy. There they were. Subtle photos I'd never noticed. My friends with my exes at parties I wasn't invited to. Comments that now made sense. Testing complete checkmark under random photos. Quality assured with winking emojis. They'll deny everything, Violet said quickly. Zoe nodded eagerly. Or they'll make up some bullshit lie. Another shared glance. My stomach turned to ice, but I was already typing in our group chat. Emergency girls night, my place, tonight. We need to talk. Becky responded immediately. Everything okay, babe? Jess. OMG, yes. Wine night. I'll bring Rose. Violet and Zoe sat beside me, holding my hands, but Violet's palm was sweating, and Zoe kept checking her phone. I hoped I was being paranoid. The wine glasses I was setting out started rattling against each other because my hands wouldn't stop shaking. In 2 hours, I'd know exactly how deep this betrayal went. Becky and Jess arrived with wine like nothing was wrong. Babe, what's the emergency? Becky hugged me while Violet and Zoe flanked me protectively. Isaiah told me about your system. The wine bottle slipped from Becky's hand, shattering on my hardwood floor. Red everywhere again. What system? Becky's voice went high. Just tell her the truth, Violet shouted. I showed them the Discord. Becky's face went white, then vicious. Oh please, like you're innocent, Violet? Show her the spreadsheet you keep for best form. Jess turned savage too. Zoe literally films everything at her apartment when her husband travels. My world shifted. It was uneven now. Wrong. I turned slowly to look at them. Violet's mouth fell open. Zoe wouldn't look at me. All 4 of you? Even while you were comforting me an hour ago? They all started talking at once. Excuses, justifications, noise. Stop. My voice was ice. I pulled out my phone. Your husband travels a lot, doesn't he, Zoe? And Becky, you just made partner. Jess's wedding is in 3 months. You wouldn't, Violet whispered. Get out before I hit send. They scrambled for the door. Becky turned. We're your only friends. The only thing you are to me is dead. I closed the door in her face. My finger hovered over send. 4 lives ready to implode. They tested for loyalty. Time they learned about consequences.